Hello and welcome to this R tutorial. So in the previous tutorials we imported the dataset and we started with the big first step of natural language processing, which is about cleaning the text we are working with. So this first step consisted of creating a corpus that basically is a new dataset, but this time only containing the reviews, the text of the reviews, and basically this is in this corpus that we're going to clean all the 1000 reviews. And we're going to clean them step by step, and in this tutorial we're going to do the first cleaning step. Alright, so let's do it. This first cleaning step will consist of putting all the reviews in lower cases. And what is the purpose of doing that? Well, we are doing this so that in the final sparse matrix containing all the words of our 1000 reviews, we don't get twice the same word, with one word starting with a capital letter and the same word, but not starting with a capital letter. And of course, we only want to have one version of this same word, and therefore we'll keep the one with lowercase. So that's why right now, in this first step of the cleaning process, we will put all the words of our 1000 reviews in lower cases. So let's do it. To do this, we are going to update the corpus this way, then equals, because we are updating it. That is, it will contain new reviews, which are going to be the same reviews, but with lower cases. And to put all the words of the reviews in this corpus, we will use the tm_map function that will do the job for us. So function, so we need to add some parentheses. And now we need to add two parameters. The first parameter is actually the corpus itself, but the old version of the corpus, that is the corpus that we have here, which contains the original versions of the reviews, that is the 1000 reviews we have in our dataset. And this corpus here will be the new updated version of the corpus, that is the corpus containing all the reviews in lower cases. So that's the first parameter, the old version of the corpus. And the second parameter is a function that is some kind of a transform function, and that will simply transform each word of the corpus by replacing the capital letters in lowercase. So this function is content_transformer. Here it is. Let's press enter here. And actually, this content transformer function can perform several transformations. As we can see in the yellow rectangle here, the parameter of this function is fun. And so we need to add the function that we want to put all the words of the reviews in lower cases. And this function is called toLower. All right, so that's the function parameter that we need to input in this content transformer, which is like a transform function, having several transformation possibilities as input here. And the possibility that we choose is this toLower function, which will put all the words in lower cases. And basically this tmap function is used so that we can apply this content transformer toLower function for all the words of the 1000 reviews of the corpus. Great, so that's actually done. That's actually all we need to put all the words of the 1000 reviews in lower cases. So I'm going to show you now what it does. So what we'll do before selecting this and executing this, what we'll do is have a look at one review of the corpus. Let's take the first review, and then we'll run this line of code and you'll see what it does to this first review. Okay, so let's access to the first review, and to do this we need to use the as.character, and then in parentheses we input the corpus. But then since we want to look at the first review of this corpus, well, we need to add some double brackets actually and 1, because this is the index of the first review, because index is an R started at 1. So this way we will have a look at the first review. And since the corpus is kind of a complicated object, we need to use these double brackets here to access to the written review. And besides, we need to use this as.character function to have this written review displayed. All right, so I'm going to press enter here. And as I just told you, we get the written review, wow, love this place, which is of course the first review as we can see in our dataset. Wow, love this place. All right, so that's the first review. That's the original version of the first review. And now we're going to apply the first step of the cleaning process, which is to put all the reviews in lower cases. So let's do it. Let's select this line and execute. All right. So as you can see, it was very fast. All the 1000 reviews were just transformed in lower cases. So let's check it out. Let's check it out for the first review. So we just need to, press the up arrow to get the previous command, which is this one. And since our new corpus is also called corpus, we just updated the corpus. Well, we can run this and hopefully we'll get the same review written in lower cases. So let's check it out. Let's press enter here. And here we go. As you can see, the capital W became this little w, and this capital L became this lower L. Perfect. So first simplification. Now in the final big table, the final sparse matrix, we won't get two versions of the same word, one in capital letter and one in lowercase. We'll get one unique version of the word, and therefore we did the first simplification of our future sparse matrix. So that's the first good thing done, and now we will proceed to the next step of the cleaning process, which will be to remove all the numbers of the reviews, because indeed the numbers are not very relevant in telling if a review is positive or negative. Well, we need to be cautious actually, because maybe some reviews are, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give a 10. Well, that's definitely a number that is fully correlated to the outcome, whether the review is positive or negative. So we should pay attention to that. But we could have other numbers that are totally irrelevant, like, some addresses that contain numbers or phone numbers. Well, that would be a little weird in a review, but we never know. Well, in general, when we are dealing with text, when we're working with text, we want to get rid of the numbers because these are most of the time not very relevant. And this could add a lot more columns. So in general, it's better to remove the numbers. So that's what we'll do in the next tutorial. And until then, enjoy.